Today, let's see how to make lobster noodles from our home. First, let's get some washed lobsters and we'll cut it into small pieces and smash the big claws. Next, we'll take some cornstarch and add some white pepper and mix it up. So then add this mixed cornstarch with pepper on top of the lobster. We have to coat this cornstarch nicely over all of it. So let's do this process and mix it up nicely. Once it's mixed, let's fry it in a nicely heated oil. Let's put the lobster in and then let it fry for a couple of minutes and then turn it over and let it fry on the other side as well for another couple of minutes, and we can get it out from the oil. You can see that once it's fried, it will turn into a nice golden orangey red color. That's when it's done. Now let's prepare the sauce. So you'll need 2 teaspoons of sugar and you'll need 1.5 teaspoon of salt, and we'll need like 2 teaspoon of white pepper, and we need like 4 teaspoon of soy sauce, and we'll also need 4 tablespoons of oyster sauce. So once this sauce is added, let's mix it all up. Let's add some sesame oil and mix the sauce together. This is the sauce we are going to use to saute with the lobster. It's going to give a lot of flavor to the lobster. Let's add like a tablespoon of Chinese rice wine. Let's give it another good mix. Now let's get the spice that go with the lobster. So we need some ginger, slice it nicely, and we need some garlic. We also need some green onions. So we'll cut it into like 2 inches stalks. And the white part, we'll just cut it into halves so that it's not too thick. Now let's heat up a pan and add 2 small ladles of the frying oil, and let's add all the spices in. First go with the garlic and the ginger slices. And let's saute this together nicely until it becomes slightly golden color. Now let's add the white part of the green onions. We'll keep the green ones to garnish later. Once it's sauteed nicely, let's add all the fried lobster carefully into the pan. Mix all the spices well, so like turn it over carefully. And now let's add some cornstarch with water, and we'll pour it over all the lobster so that it gets a little bit of crispiness on the top. Now it's time to add the sauce that we prepared. So let's pour the sauce over the lobster. This is going to give the lobster a lot of flavor. So this will give a little bit of soup in the lobster, so we can add it to the noodles later. Once again, mix everything together, the spices, the sauces, and the lobster. Let's mix everything together so that the flavor is coated very well. Now add a little bit of water and close it and simmer it. Let's prepare the noodles. To a boiling water, let's add a couple of small ladles of oil. And then let's add the noodles into the water and let it boil. This will take about 5 minutes. So quickly drain the noodles and then wash it with cold water. This will allow the noodles to be not very sticky. Let's cut the ginger to a thin slices. So once the pan is heated, let's add a couple of small ladles of oil, and we'll add the cut ginger into this oil. And we'll saute this for a bit. Once this is slightly brown, we'll add a couple of tablespoons of oyster sauce. In the meantime, we'll also prepare some corn flour with water and mix it up and set aside. So to this, we'll add a little bit of sesame oil and we'll give it a mix. So now let's pour the corn flour mixture slowly into the oil and give a quick mix and add the noodles. So this will give a little bit of sauce to the noodles. So just mix it up nicely. Doesn't have to fry. Just mix it up and the noodles will be ready. So now let's plater it. So let's put the noodles in. And now let's turn off the simmering lobster and let's put it onto the noodles. Now let's add the green onions for garnishing. So there will be some sauce in the pan, lobster pan. So let's pour that sauce on top of it to give it a glaze. And there you go. We have the lobster noodles ready. Let's have a wonderful dinner tonight. Thank you for watching my videos, everyone. Do subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you again on the next video. Bye.